Happy New Year, Lagos. Are you optimistic about the year that we are about to have? I'm so glad that we are here, that we've arrived into the new year. It's going to be a great one. I can just feel it in my bones how great it's going to be. That's our first hard fact, by the way. This is the very first hard fact of the year. It's 2023. We made it, and I cannot thank you enough for an amazing 2022. I really appreciate all of you for sticking with me here on Hard Facts, and I promise you 2023 will be even better. Second hard fact of the day, PVC collection is still ongoing. Oh yes, we carried that one into the new year. Please make time to go and pick up your PVC. I know that it's been difficult in some places. We've been covering the problems here on Hard Facts, like long queues, like delays, like, some mago things going on. But we're going to keep having INEC back on the show to receive the feedback, to give us updates. But at the end of the day, all of us have to do the best that we can to get our PVCs so that we can vote, regardless of all the obstacles in our way. We must collect them. We must vote. I always say not voting is voting. If you don't vote, you're voting for whoever everybody else voted for. 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Thank you for listening to this show. I've got a great show today. Starting with the big weekend, let's talk about an update on the 4th Mainland Bridge. Then, let's talk about former President Obasanjo endorsing Peter Obi for the presidency. And then, let's talk about the Atiku campaign insisting that the G5 met with Tinubu. On Madam Landlord today, let's talk about evictions. They are the hardest part of the landlord-tenant relationship. Sometimes the tenant crosses the line, refuses to leave, and the landlord has problems getting them out. Sometimes it's the landlord who breaks the rules and tries to use force. We're going to talk about your eviction stories from all sides at 4 o'clock. Don't miss that conversation. On today's Big Hard Fact, let's talk about your goals for 2023. From 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're just going to relax, talk about the fact that we're here in a new year, talk about those that you want to say hello to. We'll do a shout out segment even, say hello to because, they crossed over with you on the new year. I heard terrible stories of different accidents that prevented some people from crossing over into the new year. So it's a big deal that you are here, and I need you to brag about it. But we're going to do that from 5 o'clock today. Yes? Yes? Okay, deal. And of course, news updates at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's big weekend. Like I said, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. These are your hard facts.
The big weekend.
Are you optimistic about the 4th Mainland Bridge? Are you optimistic about the 4th Mainland Bridge? How will Obasanjo endorsing Obi impact the race? Did Tinubu meet with the G5 or not? It was a big weekend, Lagos. Let's talk. CCECC of China will build the 4th Mainland Bridge. Last Thursday, the state government announced them as the preferred bidder. That means that their proposal for how to build the bridge and how much it will cost was the best. The bidding for this project started in November 2019, so it took the state government 3 years to choose a winning bid. Now, of course, there's a question there about how efficient the process has been. But what we know so far about the project is that the bridge is supposed to span from Abraham Adesoya in the Ajah area of Lagos to Owutu Ishawo in Ikorodu to link up with the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. We also know that it's supposed to be a tolled bridge and highway, as in they go collect toll gate money for there. So it's not going to be free of charge for motorists, unlike Third Mainland Bridge or Qatar Bridge or Eco Bridge. Those ones are free. This particular bridge, you're going to have to pay to use it. That's because this is a PPP project. The Chinese are building the bridge out of their own pocket, so they need the tolls to pay themselves back. Now, it's a lot like what's happening with the Lekki-Ikoyi Link Bridge and the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, because what I mean is we're probably going to end up with debates about how long the tolls should run for, to let the builders make their money back plus profit. I'm working on getting Lagos State government on the show so that we can have these conversations on the record and Lagosians can weigh in before we go too far down the road and start getting surprises. But I'm seeing that we could be repaying that debt for the Fourth Mainland Bridge for 40 years. And speaking of tolls cause traffic. We saw it at the NSAS toll gate. For example, when the toll gate was working, the cash lanes were very slow. Now, the e-tag lanes were fast, but most drivers don't have e-tags. It's actually a bit difficult and stressful to get an e-tag, or it was at that time. So maybe they're gonna find new ways to make it easy for people to do. I don't know. Is this something that the government should start thinking about ahead of time? Like, what I mean is, shouldn't the government get the contractors to start planning for mass distribution of e-tags even before the bridge is built? That way, from day one, you can keep traffic congestion low on the Fourth Mainland Bridge. Because everything is planning, right? If you don't plan to succeed, you're planning to fail. And you have to have foresight about things like this. Or is it too soon? Anyway, that's the update on Fourth Mainland Bridge. Let me know your thoughts about the bidding process, about the speed of the process. Do you think the locations for the bridge are strategic for traffic? What processes do you think should be put in place to make sure that the tolling is efficient and the contractor gets paid back without motorists paying forever, ever and ever for the bridge? Women, call us on 01465-7190. Men, call us on 0700-993-993. Hello. Thank you for calling us.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon and Happy New Year. What's your name?
You have Mano on the line.
Welcome, Mano.
I think the Fourth Mainland Bridge is long overdue.
Okay.
It's going to decongest the traffic. But I ask you, is it 14 years or 40 years?
40.
40.
Yes.
That seems too long. Let me go to your second story quickly. I think about the letter of Obasanjo.
Yes.
The fact is, Obasanjo has the right to write a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And to everybody who criticizes the letter or who feels Obasanjo is the elder statesman and then he should keep mum or say nothing, you also have your right to say so, and you have your right to write your own letter also. So write your letter, present it to the media, and let's talk about it on that fact. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Mano, for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. Happy New Year. What's your name?
Yeah, I wish you this, my sister.
Yes, what's your name,
Talking
sir?
about the Lagos State government and the Fourth Mainland Bridge. I don't know why our government, our politicians, why they always do this way.
Okay.
They have been in power for almost 8 years now. They did not award any contract. Now they are leaving. They will leave the debt for another government. See, believe you me, when another government come in, they will still abandon that project.
Okay.
All these are just campaign promise. They are just using this to campaign so that the people like them and vote for them.
Okay.
Talking about Obasanjo letter, I don't see anything wrong.
Okay.
Obasanjo remains the only legend, the living legend in Nigeria that is both enough. Obasanjo campaign for Buhari. Once Buhari stopped doing, since Buhari has not been doing well, Obasanjo came out to fully. He will condemn the president. See, people should celebrate this man. Because people are saying that he put us in this mess. Sandra, I want to ask, if my grandfather was a criminal, then he's now advising me that stealing is wrong. Is there anything wrong there? Hello?
I'm hearing you.
So if Obasanjo had done badly before, but now he's telling us that doing bad is wrong thing. I don't see anything wrong there. But for me, Obasanjo has done well in his own time. Okay. Don't see that we are enjoying today the GSN, the banking system, the mobile, the ATM. Obasanjo introduced it. Tell me one thing that this government has introduced is they pay to power. Nothing. Only me. And it's not working well today. Thank you very much, Sandra.
All right. Thanks for calling us. 99.3. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Happy New Year.
Yes.
What's your name?
Gabriel from Ikoyi.
Gabriel, welcome.
Yes, about the PVC, I went back there yesterday on my own.
Okay.
My name cannot be found. I don't know what actually happened. I do transfer. Then I asked they give us 2 weeks.
Okay.
They will resend it. We're expecting it for the second week of January.
Okay.
That was the reason I was afraid to transfer my house down to Ogun State, where with my residential house.
Okay.
I transfer from Lagos to Lagos.
Okay.
There's issue.
Okay.
I wish I should be able to grab my PVC and vote.
Okay.
The fourth pillar bridge you're talking about, somebody award that particular bridge. I don't know what happened. That bridge, because the program was cancelled.
Oh, Gabriel, the connection got really bad, really bad, really loud. But thank you for calling, okay? Okay, let's talk a bit about Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi, because that's something that everyone is very interested in. That's the biggest headline this weekend, right? Former President Obasanjo endorsing Obi for Aso Rock. He wrote a very long letter. That's the thing about Obasanjo. He loves his long letters. He wrote a very long one to Nigerians on New Year's Day. And part of that letter read, quote, "None of the contestants is a saint. But when one compares their character, antecedents, their understanding, knowledge, discipline, and vitality that they can bring to bear, and the great efforts required to stay focused on the job, particularly looking at where the country is today, and with the experience on the job that I personally had, Peter Obi as a mentee has an edge. Others, like all of us, have what they can collectively contribute to the new dispensation to liberation, restoration, and salvaging of Nigeria. One other important point to make about Peter is that he is a needle with thread attached to it from north and south, and he may not get lost. In other words, he has people who can pull his ears if and when necessary. He has a young and able running mate with a clean track record of achievement, both in public and in private life." End quote. Obasanjo also said that it was wrong for other candidates to say Emiloko or "I've paid my dues," because the presidency is not a personal reward. He also said candidates should not be making unrealistic promises just to get support. Now, as you can imagine, this letter has caused quite the reaction. The other candidates are not very happy about it. Bayo Onanuga is Tinubu's campaign's head of publicity. And he said, quote, "The endorsement is worthless because the former president does not possess any political goodwill or leverage anywhere in Nigeria to make anyone win a councillorship election, let alone a presidential election. He is a political paperweight. He is also not a Democrat anyone should be proud to be associated with." End quote. It's very interesting hearing this from the Tinubu camp because the APC actively courted endorsements from Obasanjo in the past. They even got him to endorse Buhari in 2015. Festus Keyamo is also a Tinubu spokesperson, and he says that the endorsement only hurts Atiku and the PDP. Let me read what he said to you. He said, quote, "Quite within OBJ's right to endorse anyone, but bad for PDP in two ways. Number one, Atiku's former boss does not think he deserves to be president this time around. Number two, the little support OBJ gave PDP in 2019 and they failed, he has taken that away to Labour Party. No effect at all on Bola Ahmed Tinubu." End quote. Do you agree? Do you agree with Keamo's assessment? He makes a point about Obasanjo's support not helping Atiku in 2019. Now, on the other hand, that's the only time that the winning candidate wasn't Obasanjo's candidate. Because we saw Obasanjo back Yaradua in 2007, we saw him back Jonathan in 2011, we saw him back Buhari in 2015. Only 2019, when he backed Atiku, did Atiku not win. Now, the PDP has not attacked Obasanjo directly, but they've said that he only speaks for himself, and that the real endorsement that matters is the endorsement of each individual Nigerian. So that's what Obasanjo had to say, and what the APC and PDP had to say about it. Lagos, what do you have to say about it? How will this endorsement shape the race? Do you even think it will shape the race in any way at all? Do you agree or disagree with the points that Obasanjo made about Obi and Tinubu and Atiku in explaining why he endorsed Obi? Send us messages on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. That's for WhatsApp. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. Our numbers are still 0700-993-993-993 for men. For women, 01-465-7190. I'll take those calls as soon as we come back from this break. Lagos, don't go away.
Get this joy with the new and exciting data plans from 9 Mobile. Whatever your data needs, 9 Mobile's got you. Affordable data just got more affordable. 200 MB for 100 Naira, 300 MB for 150 Naira, plus 300 bonus seconds to call all networks, and the list goes on. These and more amazing data offers just for you. Dial star 200 hash now to enjoy. 9 Mobile.
Hey, football is back!
For real?
Oh yes, it's back!
I'm so going for it!
Liverpool are majestic! You can't coach against this!
City have to defend for 6 minutes. They do not want to attack this. Ferland Mendy across into the penalty area, headed down by the Madrid players. Still Madrid hopping around City's penalty box. A chance could come for them. It's 1-1 on the night. It's 4-5 for Navigates. There it comes. It's 2-2. They are back.
Incredible. Well, one of the great nights as a radio football commentator, certainly. Was special. Was special. You could sense it. So I literally could sense a potential comeback, and it wasn't surprised that it happened. But you know how I was still able to articulate my words after that goal came in, something magical. So one of those great nights.
Liverpool are majestic. You can't coach against this.
I'm a soccer for Trent. You know, if he wasn't a Liverpool player, I would wear a jersey with Trent at the back. That was special. It was a free kick from about 38, 40 yards against Chelsea, a team I somehow don't fancy. It was special, and I fell off the seat. It's a classic. I don't think any commentator has been able to do that.
Every day is a new experience for me here. And look, see how excited I was coming into this studio. It was like a kid in a candy shop. What I enjoy doing the most here, let me put it in my own words, is Dear Bumi, because it's relaxing.
Say, how will this endorsement from former President Obasanjo affect the race? Do you think it will affect it? Do you think it doesn't matter? Do you agree or disagree with the points Obasanjo made about Obi, Tinubu and Atiku in explaining his choice? What do you think of the responses from PDP and APC on this matter? 0700-993-993-993. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Women, call us on 014657190. Hello, thanks for calling us. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Professor Koboko.
Oh, welcome, Prof.
I greet you and all Nigerians, and I greet my best former president, Olusegun Obasanjo,
Okay.
for endorsing P2P. He has psychologically and sociologically reasoned that Nigerians need transformation for exploit in P2P.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Okay.
So I congratulate him for endorsing, knowing that me and him enjoy Nigeria 80s, 90s. So he is endorsing P2P for us to go back when Nigeria was good. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want him to endorse a person that will come my village, will come stay my village, stay for a while, where they take me, where they make me stay alive. Or the person will go carry 2 billion fan or central bank put for a house. So thank you for Obasanjo. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for calling. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir.
You are speaking with Ginika.
Ginika, welcome and Happy New Year.
I wish you the same. I'm calling from Ijorabadia.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about President Obasanjo supporting P2B.
Okay.
I think that is a good idea and a good move.
Okay.
Because Obasanjo is it's like a grandfather to this nation.
Oh, God.
A man that has seen the inner heart of this nation.
Right.
So I believe that we, the citizens of this country, we should wake up.
Okay.
And see what the man is seeing also that making supporting P2B and do the right thing. Because it is only the right thing can make us move forward.
Okay.
So if we continue by tribalism, I think this nation will continue sinking.
Okay.
So I give it to him because there's nothing this present government can boast of. Say it is what they have achieved since when they come to power. So I believe that Obasanjo regime is still better than this regime that we are.
Thanks for calling us. Now, of course, this administration will disagree that there are no things that they can boast about. There's a long list of things that they often boast about. Now, of course, do you agree with the things they boast about? That's up to you. But you have the administration that will point to a number of things that they've done in their 8 years of office. 99.3. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
I'm calling from Andrew Lucky Lola Mary.
Lucky, welcome.
Yes, Baba has spoken, and I see him speaking the minds of many Nigerians. Sandra, to be sincere, we have suffered enough. From fire pan to fire. It was very deep. I read all what Baba said.
Okay.
It's no longer business as usual. We must get things right. Nigeria has, suffered bad leadership. Now, we want to get a leader who can transform Nigeria from a consuming nation, who can just transform Nigeria from a consuming nation to a producing nation. God help us.
Well, thank you for calling. Bye-bye. All right. Did the G5 meet with Tinubu? Did they endorse him? Everybody seems to have a different story. Tinubu's camp says he did not meet with Wike, Makinde, Otom, Ogwai, and Ikbazo in London. They said that he was just in London on his way to Saudi Arabia for Lesser Hajj, that his opponents planted the reports in the papers that he met with these people. But Atiku's camp says, no, there was a meeting. Frank Shwaibu is Atiku's SA for publicity. And he said, quote, I make bold to state that if the G5 never met with Tinubu, Wike would have been the one to deny it. Curiously, while the news of the meeting, which was reported by several credible media houses, was trending, two spokesmen for the APC presidential campaign, Festus Keyamo and Femi Fani Kayode, took to social media to celebrate the support that Tinubu would be getting from the G5, end quote. Now, that's an interesting point, right? Because if Tinubu did not meet the G5, how come top people in his campaign were celebrating it? Does that mean that his campaign leaders are not in the loop? But on the other hand, if Tinubu did meet the G5 and the meeting was successful, why deny it? Shribu says, quote, the details of the meeting are too messy and the APC candidates in the 5 states are fighting back. All the G5 governors are on the ballot except for Governor Wike, and there is a fight back from the APC governorship and National Assembly candidates from the affected states where the G5 governors hold sway, end quote. Shuaibu is suggesting that the G5 agreed to support Tinubu in exchange for Tinubu withdrawing support for down ballot APC candidates in the 5 states. So take, for example, Tony Cole, who was on Hard Facts last month. He's the Rivers APC Guba candidate. The allegation is that Tinubu would leave him, support Sim Fubara of the PDP instead. And Shuaibu is claiming that all these candidates, like Tony Cole, are making life hell for Tinubu right now, and that's why he's denying the meeting. So that's what the different sides are saying. What do you think? Did the G5 meet with Tinubu? Did they endorse him? 014657190. That's for women. Men, call us on 0700-993-993-993. Our listeners in the diaspora, you know what to do. Call us over Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info FM. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 3 stories for you today. CCECC of China will build the 4th mainland bridge. It's going to be told we're going to have to pay back for the money. We're going to have to pay back for the construction of 4th mainland bridge, which CCECC are funding from their own pocket. We're going to pay back for 40 years. Are you optimistic about it? How will Obasanjo endorsing Obi impact the race? I read you bits of the letter that Obasanjo wrote, giving his reasons for not supporting Tinubu or Atiku and why he's backing Obi. Do you think it will make an impact one way or the other? And did Tinubu meet with G5 or not? Shagun Anthony is on the line. Hi, Shagun.
Hi, Miss Sandra.
How are you? Sandra is just fine. Happy New Year.
You too, man.
Welcome. Go ahead. Where are you calling from? Is it New Year where you are?
Yeah, I'm calling from Springfield, Chicago.
Okay, so it's New Year where you are. Welcome.
Yeah. So, I want to quickly talk about the loan that they're collecting from the people that is going to pay the bridge, right?
Yes.
For the bridge.
4th mainland bridge, yes.
But what I'm trying to say is we don't really need those things now because we need a development that will cause, we bring a direct impact on the citizen. Because we can't be borrowing,
But if
we can't just
if
borrowing.
the 4th mainland bridge is built, it would it could alleviate traffic, which could increase productivity, which could make us all richer. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But are we with that 4th mainland bridge? Are we not living? We're living, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're living. But what I'm trying to say now, every Nigeria citizen now, we need something that will really lessen our problem. We don't need something that we keep borrowing and at the end of the day we keep paying.
But we're not even borrowing. The company that won the bid, they're the ones who will pay, who will fund it, pay for it. The way we're paying back is by paying toll gate. So the way the way we used to
40 years, right?
Yes, 40 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need that.
Okay.
We don't need that. Let's just put that one aside. Like the issue of former President Obasanjo, he knew what he's doing because he worked with Tinubu when he was former governor of Lagos State, right? They are in loggerhead. They are not in good terms. And even though his vice, Atiku. So every finger is pointing to Obi.
Okay.
So we knew that was his choice right from beginning.
Okay.
So now coming out and saying he does his candidate, he just let them know this is where I stuck my gun.
Okay.
You see.
Okay.
That's what I say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shagun, for calling from Chicago. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call us back if you can. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. What's your name, sir?
Hi, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Chika.
Welcome,
Happy New
Chika.
Year.
Hey, Chika, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Now, wow, did you jackpot? Long time no hear. Hey, Chika of life, where did you disappear to?
Well, I've been in and out.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Well, I think let me start from former President Obasanjo. People are complaining about his lengthy letter. I think if you actually want to know the reason behind Obasanjo's lengthy letter, they should take a trip to Presidential Library in Otta I mean, you cannot visit that library and not be able to write the kind of letter that President Obasanjo is writing. Because I have an opportunity to be there. And going by his endorsement,
right.
I think he did what he ought to do.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is that it's within his constitutional right to endorse whoever he wanted to endorse. And I found at it when people begin to attack his personality. The truth of the matter is that it's not a must that whoever he endorsed will win the election.
Right.
But he has come out to say that this is my opinion, this is who I want.
Right.
And when you look at the mood of the nation right now, I mean, you cannot but less agree with the former President Obasanjo. Because when you look at the other two candidates, like he made mention of character antecedents of the three leading candidates. And when you look at the other two candidates, I mean, they have all manner of question mark beside them. So for me, I think Obasanjo has done the right thing. And nobody should actually come out to attack him.
Okay.
Because when he took the same position in 2007, 2011, and 2015,
right.
this kind of attack never came. So why now? We should learn to play politics of maturity and not politics of bitterness. Then on the issue of, what's it called?
G5?
The Fourth Mainland Bridge.
Okay.
No, the Fourth Mainland Bridge.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, there's a need for Lagos State government to come out clear on this.
Okay.
You're saying that the toll is going to last for 40 years.
Yes.
What are the visibility studies that it did? How many vehicles will pass through that road every day? How many tolling booths will be there? How much will be collected per vehicle? How did you come about the issue of 40 years that you said that it's going to last? And that's what I've always said. We always tend to do something. We always try to put the cart before the try to put the horse before the water. Because as far as I'm concerned,
right.
Without completing that project, you cannot determine how long or how many years that the tolling is actually going to take, because you don't even know how many vehicles that will pass through that road on a daily basis.
Right.
And I also find it funny that it's actually going to start from Ikorodu and stop at Abraham Desoya. The main reason why people have the reason for the crime of Fourth Mainland Bridge is as a result of the what they call Third Mainland Bridge and the Victoria Island.
Right.
When you now isolate the whole of Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and even Lekki Phase 1,
right.
and now went to cite it at Abraham Desoya, the question you want to ask yourself is that, what is the commercial value, or what is the commercial this thing at Abraham Desoya that is making you to go and cite it at Abraham Desoya? And you know that from Abraham Desoya to Lekki Phase 1, on a very good day, it's like if nature is kind to you, you might actually do that for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Normally, it takes between 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So why taking it there? Why not just maybe kind of stop this thing at maybe probably Lekki Phase 1, so that it would be easier for people to go into Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Ikoyi too? Because this is the main reason. That's the place that the whole volume of commercial activities are. But like I said, it's their decision. But I think there's also a need for civil society organizations and Lagosians to come out and critique this and engage Lagos State government more, because there's a need for them to come out with more information as to
about
what
this
you're saying now.
project. Chika, this is why you need to call me more often. I've missed this level of insight from stop being scarce. Come on, man. Come on, don't be scarce. This is why I miss you, This is why I miss you. Chika is always so insightful when he calls. Thanks for calling. All right, let me take a look at messages on social media. This one is from Israel or Wobamiring. And Israel says, Obasanjo endorsing P2B isn't bad, but I don't think Obasanjo has up to 100k loyal followers, so the endorsement changes nothing. And Tinubu has got the money to mingle with anybody, so meeting G5 is no issue. All right, Israel. Let's see. Jimmy Lomax says Obasanjo's endorsement of P2B will greatly have an impact in the race. He's the only ex-military and ex-democratically elected president that knows how the game is being played, and I believe that if the election is done fair and square, Obi will win. All right. Camillus Chris on Twitter says, I think of a truth that it will boost the campaign because its track records when it comes to endorsing candidates in previous elections. Okay. Let's see. Do we have more comments here on Twitter? Nope, I'm not seeing other comments. Let's go to WhatsApp then. On WhatsApp, Sylvanus Burime says, you know what? God carefully chose the grounds that would not swallow water, and that's where he created rivers. Obasanjo is like God. He always chooses those who will not swallow Nigeria, and he will support them to lead the country. That's how Obasanjo found and supported the late Yar'Adua, and now Peter Obi. He is the one who has the interests of Nigerians at heart. Let us support him. If we or the youths fail to listen to Obasanjo now, it will be to your tents, O Israel. All right, Sylvanus Aburime with that comment there. This message here is from Dare in Shangotedo. Dare says, first of all, I opine that the former President Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi is in order, and it is within his responsibility as a father of the nation to do so. He has never had the problem to make his feelings about the state of the nation known, a practice that has given him an edge over others. As for APC, they keep telling Nigerians why their candidate should not be voted for as an ex-president. They have made it abundantly known that they won't regard the voice of the ordinary people if voted into power. As for the impact of the endorsement, I believe it will go a long way. It is a morale booster for Obi and Obi's supporter. And the supporters of the former presidents can finally put their doubts to rest. The coast is clear about whom they are to vote for. All right, Dare from Shango today with that message. We've got TA joining us from Finland. Hi, TA. Welcome.
Hi, Sandra.
How are you? Happy New Year, TA.
Yeah. So let me quickly speak on Obasanjo and
the endorsement.
And Bridge.
Right.
So in terms of Obasanjo, I think Nigerian electorates are just funny. So let's assume if Obasanjo had supported Bola Tinubu now, the Obedience would have been crying and saying, hey, Obasanjo is the worst president ever. But now, because he supported Obi now, the Baptists, or what do they call themselves, they are all wailing and bringing out the receipts of Obasanjo. I think Obasanjo has just one vote, and him endorsing anybody does not determine who will win the election.
Right.
The voters that will determine. So nobody should make a fuss about what Obasanjo has done. But I like the way they are wailing, the Baptists. I like their And in terms of the
Fourth Mainland Bridge.
I think that Nigerian government needs to know how to negotiate.
Okay.
I think they have sold the future of the unborn children already by saying that bridge will be towed for 40 years, 40 good years. That's a lot of years. And we know Lagos, we know their antecedents. The one in they did not give us the account. They are not accountable. They don't let us know.
Hello, TA. It's Skype now. Credit not used to finish on Skype. But thanks for calling, TA. All right, let's go back to WhatsApp. Sandra, I like the deal between FG and CCECC, but the issue is, what's the actual cost of the bridge and how did they arrive at 40 years collection of toll? Well, the government says that the bridge will cost $2.5 billion and it's going to be ready in 4 years. $2.5 billion and it will be ready in 4 years. This comment continues though, and it says, I can allegedly tell you, I like that I put the allegedly there, but I can allegedly tell you that 10 years toll payment has been collected up front by the cartel that awarded this contract to CCECC. Why wasn't this done in the first year of this administration? G5 should take a back seat now. They lack shelter at the moment. Emmanuel from Lekki with that comment. Emmanuel, thanks for your comment. We've got Salma in Surulere who says, the former president writing the letter, I don't see anything bad. Every citizen is entitled to his or her rights. Okay. Adeshino Ayatoimbo says, oh, all right. I'm glad you got your money. Thank you. Bioye from Yaba says, Chika has said it all. I've missed him as well. Very sharp man. Cool, calm, and collected. Look, Chika needs to call us a bit more. We've got Stanley in Okota who says, Obi has a lot more to do in the north to win the election, not just Obasanjo's endorsement. Okay. This message here is from Joshua Brown in Okokomaiko. Joshua says, Obasanjo endorsing Peter Obi does not change the fact that we, the electorate, does not know that Peter Obi is the right candidate for the presidential seat in the coming months. Let the APC people condemn the endorsement. We don't care. Is it only bridge and roads that our leaders can give to us? Please. When last did we have industries built in Nigeria for the last 20 years? Which investors have come around in this country to invest in agriculture, technology, power supply, etc.? We hardly have 24 hours light here in Okokomaiko, and the government is planning bridge. Please, Sandra, who bridge help now? Actually, bridge helps quite a lot. I mean, look at what happened with the second Niger bridge with the Christmas travel. Usually there's a lot of traffic on the first Niger bridge, which is why they started building a second one to ease traffic for those who are traveling. Bridges are usually a great thing. Like, you travel as much as I've traveled all over the world, there's like bridges are so important. Like, if you're serious about easing traffic, if you're serious about helping people be a bit more productive, you want to keep them on the road as little as possible, because when people are burning their gas, their fuel on the road, when they're inhaling exhaust fumes, they're not being productive. They're getting sick. They're losing man hours that they should be spending where they're working and making enough money to pay taxes that will help IGR and help development, etc., etc. So bridges are important. Then this person is also saying, are we getting investors? Well, CCECC is an investor. They're the ones who are investing in that bridge. You have people who have invested in Agric. You have people who have invested in power. We just got into a power partnership with Siemens, for instance. So that's happening. You have all the tech bros who are building all kinds of technology in Nigeria. Now, thankfully, they haven't needed the help of government to do it. And unfortunately, now government is getting involved with their startup act. But you have had that happening. You have Nigeria's tech ecosystem as one of the most promising ones in the world, and it's bringing in a lot of forex for us. Is it bringing as much forex as we would like? No, but it shall bring in forex. We also have a lot of manufacturing companies. You have those who are making plastic here, those who are manufacturing foams, those who are manufacturing straws, those who are manufacturing all kinds of things, in Nigeria. Are conditions for work the best? No. Is the environment conducive for their businesses? No. But as far as people actually creating these little islands for themselves in the midst of the chaos is concerned, people are actually doing the work, so it's not true that, when last did all of these happen? These things are happening. They're happening sometimes with very little government help, happening sometimes with sometimes even obstacles thrown in the way by the government with the things that's happening with our forex, access to forex, importation, etc., etc. But things, they occur. Is my point. Okay, let's come back to the phone lines. We'll take one final call and then take a break. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Finally, President Sandra.
Happy New Year to you, sir. What's your name?
Happy New Year. This is your Vice President. No. Sorry, no, Frank. And I need your special advisor. sorry. I still retain my post.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year, my sister.
Happy New Year to you.
Quick one. The Port Mainland Bridge. EC, right? They have been doing jobs with Lagos State, so I'm not surprised they won that bid.
Okay.
Rather than extending this Ajah-Ekpe Express, from Ekpe you link Ijebu-Ode. So that one will have something to do with the refinery and the seaport or whatever they're building. Because after this Port Mainland Bridge, then you come and talk about building on Royal Road again. Well, good one, sir. Then for the G5, I don't know why Keyamo leave what he should do about APC man to move ahead, attacking PDP. It's wrong of him. You run your own race. Leave this guy. And for Baba, no problem. He's one of those who always speak out. The one he supported the guy who is there today. When he go wrong, he said it all. And I know if Obi succeed in getting there, if he drills, Baba will still call him to order. Thank you, President Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling us. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a few more messages from social media. If you just tuned in, hello to you. You're in for a good time, because after the news at 4 o'clock, let's talk about evictions. Do you have an eviction horror story? So you will be landlord or you will be tenant or do you have an eviction horror story? We'll talk about it after the news at 4 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, we'll talk about our goals for the new year. What are you planning? What do you hope will happen? Who do you want to say hello to in the new year? 5 p.m. that will happen. Don't go away, Lagos.
Here is hoping all your dreams come true in everything you do. Season's greetings from all of us at Page Financials.